Welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan. Now, before we start, I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to checking this out. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow, it helps a lot, and again, thank you. Have an incredible day or evening, depending where you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. So, welcome back, everyone, to another incredible episode of Chat with Dan. For today, we have on the show the incredible, the amazing, the badass Daniela. Daniela, how are you today?
Hi, good morning. I'm very well and I'm excited for our conversation.
Absolutely. Same here. I mean, what better way to finish off an epic day and to start an epic day as well than to be chatting with someone as badass as you? You know what I mean?
Thank you. And it's so nice that in your part of the world, it's the day is ending, and in my part, it's just starting. So it's incredible what technology can do for us and how it
Absolutely.
connects.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Now, for those who don't know who is the incredible Daniela, please tell us who you are.
Well, thank you for your incredible words. So I'm Daniela. I'm an actor from Romania, and I love to tell stories through my acting.
There
On
you go.
short, this is about me.
Okay. That's perfect. I love it. And tell me, let's go. Well, also, I forgot before we start. Those who are watching this or listen to this, if this is your first episode, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow. It helps a lot. If this is your fifth, sixth one, keep watching them, keep sharing them, spread the word here. And now, starting with the interview, tell me where the passion for acting started.
It started in my childhood, but back then I didn't know that I wanted to be an actor. I loved watching movies and cartoons. And then when I grew up a little bit, we started to watch Mexican telenovelas,
Okay.
which I and I used to play sometimes with my friend or sometimes alone at home. I like to to act scenes from the movies I saw.
Mm,
But then somewhere around 12, I also, after I read an article, it was an interview with, I think it was Jennifer Aniston.
okay.
And somehow I just had this idea like, wow, I want to become an actor. That was the point when I gave a name. But my road, it took me like more than 10 years because I wanted to go to university, so to take the classical way, but I didn't have courage. So what I did instead, I went to economical studies.
Okay.
And I worked for a while, like for 7 years. But this dream of mine, it always came back in different forms.
Hmm.
So at some point, like at 24, I decided to take an acting class as a hobby. And from an acting class as a hobby, we prepared the theater show. Then I went to another class. And then at some point, I really had to admit that, no, I want to do this like to be my career, to be my main thing, not just something I do on Sundays.
Yeah.
So back then, I started again.
I love it. That is an incredible start. And tell me, once you were started with your whole acting career, what were some of the challenges that you had when you were recently making those, like those first steps?
In my case, because when I started like to pursue acting as a career for real, I was already 28. So
Wow.
yes, one of the challenge was that people around me would tell me that you are not serious about this. For you, it's just a hobby. You have your corporate job, so you're not gonna pursue acting. And I remember it bothered me because I felt they were not believing in me. So let's say this was one, and the other one was I needed a lot of work with myself in order to open up and to understand that acting is about truth.
Yeah.
As my actual acting coach says, it's not about lying, it's not about just a text. So this personal work that I do even today, this is also one of the challenges. Oh, and to learn to deal with rejection. This is another thing because
Yeah,
as an
absolutely.
actor, you have to audition for a lot of parts. In a lot of cases, you are not chosen for the role, but you still need to get up, to get back to your joy, and to keep doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it happens that you need to kind of when you are pursuing that career, that you need to understand that it's going to be a lot of rejections along the way, right? So
Yes. The
absolutely.
sooner you learn this, the better.
Perfect. Now, focusing a little bit on your acting career, tell me how you prepare a character. Now, of course, that I understand that depends on the role, but what is your initial approach when you're about to, dive into this process of creating a character?
So for me, the first part would be I take the text or the script, if it's a script, and I read a few times the scene to see what I know about the characters from the paper, like from what the character is saying or what the other characters are saying. And then starts the inner work to build the inner world of the character. At the beginning, also just from my mind and writing it on paper. If I have similar situations in my life as the character, then I bring them, I put them underneath, if I can say so. And if not, I use the imagination. But the most important part, because this is just the first part, something I do with myself when I have the text. And then also, of course, if it's a scene where I have a partner or more partners, I read it with them because I always get new ideas. I understand more things when I read it with someone than when I just read it myself. But the most important part that I do is that then I go to the acting studio where I also go as an actor every week to train, and I work with my acting coach. My acting studio is called Let It Go Acting Studio. It's here
Hmm.
in Bucharest. It's offline, and I work with my coach Nicoleta Petcu. And what she does is a kind of magic because I always come with a story. Even if I answer, let's say, questions, I prepare the world of the character. And because of her magic, she helps me to find inside of myself something similar, even if it's not the same situation. And this gives me more authenticity. So in the acting studio, we practice depending on the situation. She might give me different exercises to do or like new ideas to approach the character. And then I practice it. But then comes the part where you need to let this go. Even if it's just, let's say, if it's a theater play or a performance, in the moment when you start, you need to like forget, let go everything you prepared, like substitution, the objective of the scene, while if you go on set is the same. And here I guess it's important to be flexible, especially on the set, because maybe there the director has another vision and is gonna ask you something totally different, but it's still gonna help you if you prepared before, because you are not empty, you have something and you just okay, you you make a different movement.
Hmm.
And you need to be again patient, because sometimes you will take a lot of, there will be a lot of takes, and sometimes it's because of technical reasons, sometimes it's because yeah, maybe you really don't nail it because of emotions, let's
Yeah.
say. But there are a lot of reasons, so you just need to be patient and to be open and to not take it personally if it takes long time to have the scene shot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, it's basically magic, and I find pretty amazing when you get the chance to play somebody totally different like the real version of you, you know what I mean? That totally different background, everything. So I find that really interesting when you put your body into this character, and you are about to tell a story. So yeah, it's basically like magic, in other words. So I love it.
Yes, and I think this is the part that I like the most. This magic which I cannot explain, but I can feel it, and I love it when it happens. And it's nice that you said this, because exactly this week my coach said something similar, that as an actor, you only have your body and your voice, but then um, you need to go to someone, sometimes someone very different, and you do this. Of course, you take it from you, but it's this craft. Yes, this part is called the craft of acting. This work on the self, work on the character, exploring new ideas. And also, I remember that back in the days, another teacher of mine said something at one point, like in every human being, there are all kind of characters. Like if we go on an example, like from a saint until a whore. But all these characters, they are activated in certain conditions.
Mm,
So actually, it's through acting you reach a part of you, maybe a potentiality, if I can call it like this. But yes, you need a map and a trainer. And if the character is a little bit dark, you definitely need to work with an acting coach, because you need someone from outside to watch you, like in any sports, and maybe to get you out of there once the work is finished. Because we all know some stories about actors that went on method acting and maybe sometimes alone, and they couldn't get out of there, or they were depressed for a long time if they do it alone, if they don't ask for help.
absolutely. Okay. Now, moving on also here with your acting career, tell me along the way what has been some of the worst auditions you ever had?
Worst, well, it's funny. Now it's funny.
Mhm.
I once answered a casting call for a commercial where they said they need dancers.
Mm,
I confess I didn't do a commercial for a long time back then, so I said, why not? Let's answer. So they sent me a video, a choreography to learn, and they asked me to go to the casting. And in that moment, I panicked a little bit, but I know I don't want to pack up. So that night, I worked a few hours for that commercial audition. And I kind of did the choreography, but when I went there, I think my dancing moment was more like a Ken Lee moment. And I
mm,
could watch the casting director wanting to laugh. I could see it on his face. He didn't laugh in front of me, but it was funny, and I
yeah.
learned not to lie. If it is a skill that I don't really master, no. Or sometimes if I get again calls for dancers, I just mention I'm not a dancer. I dance as a hobby, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah,
I
of
tell
course.
the truth.
Absolutely. And let's say that one day I call you and I tell you that I want to become an actor. Now, I don't know anything about acting, of course. So, based on what you know, what would you think it would be important for me to know before starting this career?
Well, first of all, congratulations. If this is a call for your heart, I'm really happy you are following it. And I will tell you that acting is a different road for everyone. Some people, let's say, they might start now and maybe in a few months already be in projects. For some people, it might take longer. And this is not, it doesn't depend on you or on you only. There are a lot of factors. So I would tell you that you need to prepare yourself with patience and with flexibility. And the most important thing would be to get some training, to start with some training. Not necessarily a drama school, which in some cases maybe it's very good, especially if you want to do theater, because it has a specific training. And if you want to do movies, you don't necessarily need drama school, but training in an acting studio, that would definitely help you because it's gonna give you a roadmap and
Mm,
it's gonna help you to make the first steps. So this would be find the training, let's say research, and go with your instinct. If you don't like it, it's okay. You can go to another acting class and have patience and be open because it's a different road for each one of us.
absolutely. Yes. Now, moving on here, let's say that, one day Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, you name it, they call you and they tell you that they have this idea, which goes that all of the characters you have played at the moment, they're all gonna gather to celebrate your birthday. Tell me what will be the name of that film?
I would call it a funny, crazy house.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking here a little bit of drama, dark comedy here and there, right?
Yes, because I thought about this because the characters that I had a chance to play now in theater or in TV series or movies, they are all very different. I
Mm,
also did comedy. I also did some dramatic parts. So it'd be like, but all of them they had okay. Maybe the most dramatic one didn't have a lot of comedy, but the other ones they had a lot of comedy. So that's why I said so. A fun house. No, let's stick to fun
Funhouse.
house.
I'll
Yes,
take it.
it's
Okay.
a better
Okay.
title
All right. Now,
because
what
in the
about?
end it's
Uh,
fun.
yeah, please.
Yes, in the end it's fun, and in the end it's important. And I hope I did this. I had my joy, my part of joy with all these characters
Hmm.
because this is the most important thing.
Okay, that's incredible. Now, if you could describe also your career, but this time on a drink, tell me how, like, what would be the name of that drink, but also what would it have?
The name of that drink would be coffee cocktail with milk, cinnamon, cardamom, honey, and why not? I would add a little bit of alcohol. I don't
Okay.
know exactly if martini goes well, but I
Mm.
like martini. So would be a coffee cocktail. And I didn't understand the last part of your question.
Ah, yes. How would you call that drink? Like, what would be the name of that drink?
Joy coffee. I have something with joy today, so it's like yes, my joy coffee.
Okay, I like it.
Coffee
I'll take
joy,
it.
coffee joy.
Coffee joy. Okay. Now, like, what motivates you? You know, we all have those days that basically we just want to quit. You know, we think that it's been a waste of time. Anyway, so how you manage to let go of those toxic thoughts, you know, and to be back again on this journey that you have been in for so many years now.
So on the inside is my curiosity about what can be next, how different can it get, like what kind of characters I could play,
Hmm.
what type of experiences my heart would get to feel, and what kind of stories I would get to tell to other people. So it's this curiosity. But on the outside, for me, it matters a lot and it really helps me my training in the acting studio. Because as you said, yes, very often, especially in the periods between projects, a lot of low thoughts, thoughts of not believing in myself, of not being good, they show up. So whenever I go in the acting studio, it's either when we do the craft itself, let's say we work on a scene, or when we do the work before, which is a kind of life coaching,
Hmm.
not a kind, it's life coaching, thanks to the guiding that my acting coach Nico is doing. I get back. I get back to that sunny part and I believe again. And then I start again doing things. So I really feel that both of them matter. Because on one hand, you really have to get up from your bed yourself. But then it's also to give yourself the chance to be with other people, to be in a community of people that want the same thing and to get inspired with them. And speaking about get inspired, like more recently, I discovered, I found out about this international actors community
Hmm.
created by the casting director Lucy Lennox. It's called the Actors Home, and it's open to all actors, and you really get a lot of inspiration. And it's just starting, and it's already amazing. So if any actor that is watching the show is interested, they can have a look because it's international, it's an online platform, and I think it's gonna bring really interesting things to them, especially inspiration and joy.
Absolutely. Yes. And my last question, what can we expect from you in the future?
From me, um, I would say metaphorically, I would say like to receive joy through the stories I tell,
Hmm.
because this is and comic stories, because this is
Okay.
my goal. I really want to open my heart as much as I can and to tell stories that also uplift me,
Hmm.
but also uplift everyone. Um, and a lot of laughs because I like comedy. And then, if you ask me specifically, right now I'm between projects, and maybe my latest project, which is a performance,
Hmm.
which right now is in a pause. So maybe this one we will bring it back to life on scene. So, and this also, it's a comedy show. It's a musical comedy show, so yes, the part with the laughs still applies. And then who knows? I like this part of like when nothing is certain, everything is possible. So I'm also curious what is gonna be like my next project.
There you go. I love it. And also, I mean, it's amazing what have you accomplished, but also I find pretty cool that you continue doing it. You know, because for some people it happens that whenever you get something that you didn't want to, you want to quit. You know, but the fact that you keep doing what you do is inspiring, and I'm super sure that our next conversation next time, it excuse me, it's gonna be about the thousands upon thousands projects you have been in, because as I said, you were doing it because you're honest to it and you like it, and that's amazing.
Thank you very much. And I guess this my drive of going on because I never really feel of giving up, even if I see this or sometimes are challenges. But I guess that this one comes from my heart, and I wanted to share because I just made a tea before our conversation, and it's a tea with a message, and I want to read it because
Absolutely.
I feel it's for everyone. It says, "You will always live happy if you live with your heart." So for me, for sure, that's why I'm pursuing acting and I'm on this road, no matter how long it takes. And I'm learning, and I'm doing this more and more these days to really enjoy each step, even if it's just a small project, and to be there in that moment, not with my mind in the future where a big project might be. And I wanted to say to tell about this really great actress that nowadays she's on everyone's lips, Jennifer Coolidge, because she's amazing. If you watch The White Lotus, it's amazing what she's doing there. But why I find her so inspiring, because she started quite early, around 20, but her career didn't go skyrocket like very, let's
Hmm.
say, in 10 years or 15. No, she had some roles for which she became known, like from the role from American Pie or Legally Blonde or other roles. But basically her road was a long run, it was a marathon, definitely not a sprint, but she loved it, and she always found ways to do the work, to do the craft, to find joy, and look where she got at 60. So that's amazing, and she's really an inspiration.
There you go.
And I'd like everyone who is listening this to remember this, that it doesn't matter how long the journey takes, it just matter the joy that you feel and you put it there.
There you go. Perfect way to finish this. I want to thank you also, those who are watching this or listen to this. Now this episode is about to be over, so in the description below, you're gonna find the link to Daniela's social media, especially to her Instagram, so you can follow her. Let's make her viral. Hashtag Team Daniela, because she's incredible. She's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
And Daniela, again, thank you so much for making this happen. Keep inspiring. Keep creating. Keep being this incredible, amazing person you are. And I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Dan, and congratulations to you too for doing this show and for bringing inspiration to people.
No, thank you. That
Thank
means
you
a
very
lot.
much.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And also don't forget those who are watching this or listen to this to leave a like, subscribe. As I said before, it helps a lot. I mean, help me to make this platform grow, and more. And again, Daniela, thank you so much. Have an incredible weekend. Relax, enjoy. And as I said before, I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. The same for you.
All
Have a
right.
great weekend.
Thank you.